Alright, what is up everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and I've been wanting to do this for a while now, but I wanted to get my building skills a little bit on par before I started. So basically what we're going to be doing today is be building a dark ride coaster hybrid. So it is basically going to be a coaster, but it's also going to be a dark ride as well, with lots of scenes and stuff like that. And for this particular build, we're going to be using the mythology theming for this, and it's going to be themed to Medusa. It's going to be really cool. I'm not going to go like completely all out, but I do want to try and get my hands in on dark ride creation, because my first big park that I want to do is going to feature at least a few dark rides. At least that's the plan right now. And so I wanted to do some of these little small projects that can kind of get my feet wet into dark ride creation and really let my imagination flow. Now, I don't have like a completely set storyline for this, and of course when I do like my major stuff, I want to wait until we do have custom audio files available, which I think actually is coming, because they did confirm that custom media files are coming to the game at a later update. But I did want to start on the dark ride stuff because we do have dark interiors, and I've been itching to do a dark ride in this game. So I'm not sure how many episodes this will take, but we only do like the first scene, get the first scene completed. And this, obviously we did the layout, and I did kind of like the basic outline of the show building, or the complete building as well. So layout, I was trying to get, I didn't want to make it like too crazy long, but I didn't want to make it like super short either. So this is going to be pretty neat how it is. Now, I think the yaw, where like when you on these trains, like this is kind of like the Escape from Gringotts trains, where you can rotate the car to wherever you want. I think it is a little bit bugged out right now, because I tried to use it a bit, and it wasn't working properly, unfortunately. Because when I changed it on one section of track, it would change it for the rest of the section or the other pieces of track randomly, which was not ideal. And it, because I don't really need it. It's just like because it will rotate to random spots where I don't want it to rotate. So I was trying to get it to where I could rotate it on certain spots, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. So we might just keep it straightened here unless Frontier comes out with an update before then. But for right now, we're going to stick with what we have right now. So we go ahead and build like a little bit of the outline of the building, starting with like the bottom pieces. And then I wanted to do like I use the quadded corrugated wall, because I think it'll be good for the backstage part of the building. And then in the front, we're going to have some nice theming for the entrance and everything like that. I'm so excited to get this going. It's going to take a lot of probably quite a few hours to put in, but I'm excited to do my first full-on dark ride. And I can't wait to see how it turns out in the end. And when I'm done, of course, I will upload it to the Frontier Workshop. By the time I get done with this, you guys will already have the game, because launch is tomorrow as this video comes out. If you're watching it after then, I hope you guys are having fun with the game. So I really wanted to try and get the exit path kind of set here before we did too much, because I want to make sure we know where the pathing is going to be for that. I did struggle a little bit. I'm still learning a little bit here and there on what to do with pathing and stuff, but this will be the exit path. Now, I know I could try and pay attention to, like, you know, ADA accessible exits and stuff like that, but for this build in particular, we're not going to worry about that as of right now. I do tend to like to try and build as realistic as possible, but, you know, that's okay. And I wanted to go ahead, try my hand at the mythology theme, because I have not used it yet. I've been mostly working on the Viking theme, so I'm very excited to kind of familiarize myself with these pieces. So this first scene does take me quite a bit to build, just because like I'm still trying to learn a lot of the pieces in the game overall. So but I think it turned out pretty good for being my first hand at kind of like the mythology theme. Anyways, so the idea kind of was like, I kind of had this cool idea with the drop track being the first element of the ride. You'll have like the Medusa head statue at the end, and you just kind of drop down when the fire. I do like a trigger with the fire effects, so this fire will start blowing up really hard, and then you drop down from where you're at on the drop track. Pretty cool. I'm gonna theme up the trains as well. I just haven't done that yet. We might do that in episode 2 potentially. But for right now, I wanted to focus on this first scene, and here hopefully we can do a couple of scenes in each episode. The next scene we'll do is underneath the drop track going into the turn after that, because it launches out and then you go up into a turn from there. But anyways, I'm having a ball with the game so far. I can't wait to see the updates that we do get later on, and I do hope they kind of fix some of the minor bugs, like again the yaw rotation in the game seems to not work properly. It seems to be for like most of the coasters at this point. Seems to have quite a bit of issues with that, and hopefully that's something Frontier will look into. Now, I don't know a whole lot about mythology in general, so this is just gonna be like kind of a generic mythology kind of themed dark ride. It's got I'm planning on doing a little bit of a story, but it's not gonna be crazy because again we can't do like custom audio files. I did not add any audio just yet, so that little preview you got at the beginning isn't gonna be like the final product. That is actually not, because it's gonna be a lot darker, and I kept it daytime just to kind of showcase the dark interiors. Now, it wasn't completely dark again because there was still light coming through the bottom because there were still openings. So I did enclose the station a little bit just to kind of get a better effect for that little bit of the cinematic view. But yeah, so I wanted to go in, theme this up, and this is kind of like just tips for dark rides in general. Always do your layout first, and then do kind of like your building outline, and then go scene by scene in your ride, and that way you kind of it's the best way to kind of plan it, in my opinion. So always do your layout first, again your building outline for your building as a whole, and then you can do your scenes within that building, and that's probably the best way to do your dark rides. And then you'll do your exterior of your building last, and all that jazz. So it took me a while to like try and get this trigger to work, to try at least not work, but like actually time it up. So I had like this like misting, or like this fog misting effect underneath the drop track, so it kind of hopefully will kind of hide the bottom of it, but again it's not enclosed underneath, so a lot of light's going through, so it'll look a lot better anyways. But at the end of this video we will get into like a POV of that first section of just the drop track, so you guys can get kind of a feel of what I was kind of going for. Again, it's not the final product because I don't have the building enclosed. We're not going to enclose it until we're completely done, obviously, because otherwise it's a little bit too hard to work on your scenes if you enclose it. So you want to work on your scenes and make sure you get those scenes finished before you close them up. Same with like the building overall. The building will completely close up at the end once we got all our scenes done. So yeah, so I put in these extra fire effects onto these little fire lamps, and once right before the train drops, you can see we have that fire effect going on. I kind of used a little bit of the timeline. I wanted to add some audio effects as well, which I didn't get quite to in this. So once you see like the POV and some of the stuff in this video, it's not final. We're going to be adding some more of those effects. And I'm going to see what kind of sound effects, like with the mythology theme that we have. I'm sure I could find something that will work for the drop track. Just kind of like, I'm just excited to use drop tracks in general. It's really, really exciting. And using all these types of different tracks. We have a drop track, a switch track, and I think we have one of those seesaw teeter-totter kind of like tracks that it's almost kind of like a tilt track, but it like sways back and forth. I thought that'd be a cool idea to kind of put that in the layout as well. And I think we have currently 6 trains running on the track. I think that's how many I put in. I think it was a good amount, pretty good amount for what we are getting in this. So yeah, I'm very excited for like very stoked on doing like dark rides in the future for this as well. But let me know in the comment section, guys. Right now I'm doing these like little mini series with like these just maybe a couple of episodes. We did the resort, then we did the little slide complex, and now we're doing a full-on dark ride. As you can see, these projects might be getting a little bit bigger, and we might look into getting into our first park. But we'll have to wait on that, and for now, because I do want to try and get really well familiarized with all of these pieces. My building skills are starting to get a little bit better, but I would love to hear your guys' comments down in the comment section below on what you guys want to see for the rest of this dark ride, if you have any good feedback for me. Because I'm not the best at dark ride creation, but I really want to be. I really want to get better at creating dark rides in Planet Coaster, especially Planet Coaster 2, now that we have dark interiors and we could really go all out with the theming. I think it'd be amazing. So there's not too much left here in the time lapse, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode 1 here, and I can't wait to get back and working in on this project. It's amazing. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be posting a lot of Planet Coaster 2 content and for the next however many years. So if you like Planet Coaster and theme parks, be sure to subscribe. If you want to support me further and get more perks on my channel, you can hit that join button and become a channel member. Channel members get early access to all of my videos before they release to the public. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the POV. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. Thanks so much, and goodbye.